Last time on RPG. So, your journey to find your father took you to some highly poisonous and acidic swamps that were far to the south of, even where Benson grew up. And you were able to traverse them using a sort of like by fashioning Marty into a makeshift raft with a pretty surprising amount of skill, but soon found yourself once again being assaulted by sneeches, one of which turning out to be just sort of like a giant undead one, and one of which turning out to be your friend.
Yay, we made a friend.
Possibly the first one of the entire campaign that isn't being held hostage.
Now this is character development.
Suki didn't immediately fucking murk this guy.
So the friendly Sneech led you to just sort of to the kind of like to a village, sort of into a village further in the swamp that is inhabited by just these very sort of lanky, gross, darkness-worshipping elves who
Fucking knife ears.
who despite being not super pleased at your arrival, eventually led you to talk to their elder, who realized that you were Richard Roxov's children and sort of put you into contact with another very unexpected sibling of yours, which is where this session is starting. As you guys are so to set the scene again, you guys are sort of like in this sort of like ritual sort of pit in the middle of this elven village, just sort of being like restrained by various sort of dark tendrils.
Am I being detained?
I'm not.
And while you can't actually see anything, because you're sort of being forced to look at a being that sort of can't be perceived and is blinding you by just trying to look at it.
Same.
You can hear. You are hearing its voice as it just kind of goes like, "It appears you still have much to learn about the man you seek, brothers."
That's where we left off.
I'm gonna start the watch together.
I've been looking forward to the conclusion of this plotline since last week. Oh, I love sinister ambient soundscape by Alien Worlds.
So you guys have just been, have been met with the information that this sort of being of pure darkness is somehow blood related to you. And there's kind of like there's a sort of like a kind of a sort of silence kind of hangs in the air as you guys wrestle with the thought of this and are sort of I imagine probably formulating what response, if any, you could have to this information.
Our father was quite insatiable, wasn't he?
It's not my problem.
That would be one word for it. That man, he came to us in the dark
He came.
an age ago.
Yeah.
You certainly
Up
did.
top.
I have seen no human before. None had seen a human before or since tread upon our lands with such ease, and converse with us, and converse and perceive us so readily.
Mm.
Mr. Prince
Before-
of Darkness. Oh, I bow
This
to
is
thee.
Brother of Darkness. I will not bow to you, but I do have a question.
That much I assumed obvious. Tell me, what is it that you wish to know?
Before we go any further, do you have any intent on wishing revenge on our father? Because that is why we journey. We journey because most of us wish for the death of our father. And I will make it happen personally.
As you say this, he kind of has like a bellowing, like sort of another bellowing, like, oh, ha, ha, ha. It just sort of echoes throughout your guys' echoes throughout your guys' minds.
It's an
As he goes,
interesting response.
there is nothing I desire more. That is why I bade my followers bring you to me.
Oh, good. So there's going to be no friction, hopefully.
Of course
My
not.
mother weeps to this day for what that man would dare. That man would dare treat her with such disrespect.
My mother is the
all
exact
the ar-
same.
Yet all the armies of the dark cannot find him. If you believe you can, then I believe you are my best chance at seeing him battered and broken before I
See,
drag him back to the dark.
personally
Good.
speaking, I was really hoping you would be our best chance.
Yeah, this is sort of the only lead we've had so far. That he had a concert here. I assume that concert was where you were. The time frame of that concert happening is where you were conceived. His last time he was here.
Yes. Concerts. That man's everlasting guise to come to lands who are not his own and seek their secrets and their women.
Sounds like a bard, unfortunately. A lot of them are like that, but I've never heard of a bard have this much reach across the entire planet as our father has. What kind of magics does he possess?
That I am not sure. But I have only known one kind to be able to preserve and hold life in stasis so unnaturally as he.
Oh, he's ageless? He doesn't... Is he immortal?
Surely he must be. For you are but the fruits of his most recent conquests. This concert that you speak of as if it happened in your age happened many, many years ago. Far before any of your mothers themselves were even conceived.
Oh, Lord.
I believe that man must be conspiring with our mortal enemies of the Fae.
The Fae. That's another sort of spiritual sort of race, is it not?
They are the embodiment of all we despise. They hold life they hold life with sacred reverence, not not out of any sort of benevolent purpose, but so that they may keep it from us.
Certainly sounds
However-
like what Oh, go ahead.
However, breaching their lands is no small task for my kind. Or at least it wasn't until today.
Oh, I see. Since we're not beings of pure darkness, you think we have an easier time crossing the border into the land of the Fae?
An easier time than my folk, for certain.
Of course.
None of our kind may step foot on their lands, and I believe this is how he has eluded our grasp for so long.
I'll
Our
do all
goals
that I
align.
can to assist you, my prince.
Our goals do align, and I do agree. Sounds like something a deadbeat father would do to avoid having to deal with his children.
I must say, I had my doubts when you stepped foot on my lands, but I am glad to see that you are all so amicable, so ready to accept reason.
Can I give him an offering?
Give me that
Not
fucking
another
finger.
finger.
I pull off another finger and give it to him.
Oh, I hate that visualization.
Give me. I like charm and either biology or void magic
I like
to
the idea
offer
of
your
void.
finger.
Pisses him off.
Oh shit!
Yo.
Whoa.
All right,
Alright, well. That's one way to start the session.
pretty
I guess.
based, I guess.
You can now summon him with your furled finger.
He's like, "No, just giving you fucking pointers."
You kind of you're while you're initially while you're initially still sort of bound in place, the tendrils are almost able to read your intent and allow you just enough leeway to kind of move your arms to detach a finger and kind of hold it in both hands out towards him.
I'm keeping track, by the way. It's 2 fingers now.
And it's like, yes. I had hoped one from this land would exercise such a proper means of offering, and it would appear you did not disappoint. You can sort of feel the finger kind of disappear from your outstretched palms. As a being kind of as the prince speaks again, he goes, I can see whatever followers of the dark brought you back to life clearly are not so in tune with its gifts. Worry not, for my brothers and newfound allies. Fixing such a matter will be simple. And everybody go back to full health.
Oh shit!
And Marty and Nathan can now have their max HPs
They've been
restored
freed.
to you guys can both have your max HPs restored to the original maximums.
Benson has
As-
tears appearing from his skull. Thank you,
I
my
don't know if it's
prince,
ears or
as-
I'm kind of
for accepting such a paltry offering.
And here I was.
It is not enough for you,
thinking
but thank you.
Here I was thinking about turning on my high beams, dude. I feel great. Oh my god. Woo! I rev it up. I get to a few thousand RPMs. Woo! Woo, baby!
It's
Damn,
refreshing
this feels good,
to finally
dude.
meet someone who agrees with our methods.
Oh man, I feel great.
You have no idea. So many people of this continent are so against the idea of killing their father. It's so weird.
The mortal races are a kind defined by their fear. They wish they could not control the forces they did not understand, so they shut themselves away from them. They too will one day learn that the dark eventually encompasses all. But first I must settle the ancient grudge which bore me life.
Of course. Just point me in the right direction, and I will slice our father clean in half.
The great twisting forests of the north are where the treacherous Fae hide, weaving their magics. You shall go there, and I shall follow you as a specter within your shadows.
That's nice. You will bear witness to us finally stealing the light from our father's eyes.
Jeez, Suki, you got issues, dude.
Your revenge shall be certain.
Good.
And when it is enacted, he will be brought to my court, and he will stand before those he has wronged.
I'm greatly pleased by this development.
As am I. Now, the time for talk has long ceased. Go, with my blessing, and seek that man in the Fey lands. And
Till we meet again, brother.
so after he says that, you guys notice all of a sudden, like, just whatever sort of like darkness was shrouding your vision just kind of like is gone. And all you can really and all you see sort of remaining of him is just this sort of residual like black sort of goop just kind of sinking back into the earth. And then as this happens, sort of the sort of like the tendrils extending from like the various like sort of elf priests' hands just sort of remove themselves from you.
Ooh, that's quite an experience.
Fucking hell.
So the elder kind of approaches you and just go. The elder approaches you and goes, I trust your meeting with our lord went well.
Yes, we're heading to the North Forest to confront the Fae and possibly our collective father.
The elder like almost like the elder like grimaces just at the mention of that name and just.
I apologize, but that is what he told us to do. Or what he requested of us. And since our goals align, we will gladly help him out.
If it was requested of you by the Prince of the Dark, then it must be done. But be wary. Though the Fae do not take kindly to our servants, and even among those who they favor, find nothing but trials and tribulations in those woods.
I will cut
You would
down.
do well to not trust them readily.
Trust me, I don't trust anyone readily.
Yeah, Faye? More like... Oh, never mind.
We're going to go pick up our other companions and be on our way. Thank you, Elder, for letting us meet our other sibling.
Hey, Mr. Elder guy,
Naturally.
is there any chance, we could, like, get a little teleport up there to the Feyland? I mean,
Even if
no,
it's
no
not
offense, but
directly in there, but if we could at least get out of the swamp quicker,
it was
it
kind
would
of
be
scary to
less
get
of a
down here.
hassle. If you possess that magic, I just request that you at least take us out of the swamp.
Your passage out of these lands. The elder kind of like takes a moment and he sort of like he kind of like sort of like holds out a hand, and you kind of feel this like this sort of like wash of void magic over you that like initially kind of burns a bit, but eventually just sort of like subsides to feel like nothing. Just I have wait, hold on. All right, sorry. Someone was talking to me.
How dare they?
Shut the fuck up!
I have shielded you from the caustic swamps that guard our home. You shall find easy passage through them.
Thank you. We'll go collect our other companions and be on our way.
Right, time to pick up the slaves.
Well, Matty, I don't mind, but the other one is starting to get on my nerves.
It's a fucking slave too, mate.
You would
Honestly, he should sort of
You
be
would
the
do
meat
well
shield
to-
when we go to the Feylands.
Yes, you would do well to not tarry, for you carry with you the will of our Lord.
Of course.
Good luck on your journey.
Where I'm from, you don't need luck. All you need is a sharp blade and sharper senses.
Alright, so
It is such
You guys-
a mental worked out trying to be more brooding than these guys. God damn.
So you guys begin approaching the begin approaching the elder's hut, and kind of and from the inside you can kind of hear like just sort of like some sort of like shuffling and kind of like just some sort of like muffled like words being exchanged. And it kind of sounds like it kind of sounds like the signs of a struggle.
Oh lord. Let's go investigate.
Oh, Mike
If
was
something
muted,
happened to
dude. My
Maddie.
mic was muted. I said I'd drive through the door.
Alright.
It's fucking go.
You gotta help, dude. You know?
You guys sort of you guys sort of like break your way through the door, and what you immediately see is that in this kind of like empty hut at like standing on the far end is Maddie, who's being like sort of like held in kind of a lock by Gerissimo, who has like a magically conjured gun aimed at his head.
Gerissimo, what is the meaning of this?
The boss was very clear. You are not to leave the swamps.
Gerissimo.
And
I've been waiting a while for this.
And as he says that, four more magical gangsters are kind of like teleported in behind you
No.
as combat begins.
Gerissimo, you bastard.
Gerissimo!
And you were all upset at me for not trusting this man.
He's a slave.
Am I faster than Gerissimo?
I would say, yeah, you are faster than
I am-
Gerissimo. I believe
I am-
these guys are all for initiative.
I am running at Jurissimo and slashing him with my sword.
All right. Give me agility and melee.
And I'm healthy again, thank God.
Kill.
I figured it was long enough. And plus the crit on the offering was a very nice touch.
I'm gonna hero point. Oh, hell yeah. Can I, with 3 successes, can I cut off his hand that's holding the gun?
I kind of figured that's what you were doing already.
Alrighty, I do just that. So it's
Yeah,
not
so
super
you-
amazing, but it's pretty flashy. It's pretty cool for 3
No,
successes.
you do that fucking... You do that, like, anime shit where you just sort of, like...
Up here.
You do that anime
Yeah.
shit where you just, like, unsheath your sword in, like, such a clean and quick motion that it's just kind of like a flash of light that just severs the hand that's magically conjuring it from... That's sort of, like, magically... And he... Oh! Do you know what kind of cars these hands ever worked on?
You'll never be working on cars, spells, or firearms ever again, traitor. Not when I'm through with you.
So what do you think? And he kind of like he has a much less sort of like hostagey position on him, but he does like while kind of like trying to keep pressure on his other hand, he does raise the hand that's still attached and conjures another gun in it, pointing at
Lol,
Marty,
Lamau.
pointing at Maddie. And so that is gonna be
This was literally walking mad
Marty's
for
turn
2
next.
Marty, I need your help over here.
Marty.
Brown?
Round?
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm just ready something. I'm doing something, sorry, 1 second.
Dingle, you have no idea how cathartic this fight is for me. I fucking hated this guy from fucking day one.
I don't like your
love this
Italian
guy.
accent. Get rid of it.
I'm Italian and I hate this guy.
Well, I feel like this guy is the easiest to hate by Italians because he's just one big walking stereotype that I've been doing for the last 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Suki, desperation. Fucking gives him the whole piano wire treatment, but with spaghetti noodle.
I cook the pizza.
Why the wizard mob is not an aesthetic, a thread.
I cook the pizza. Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit.
I casted the spell.
Conjuration. Pizza.
I conjurated a pizza.
It's a throwing star of death with
Don't
pepperoni.
worry, I'll be cutting off his other hand.
Conjures another.
Stop that!
So what was Matty free?
Brown's fucking
Brown's
Brown's
trying
to
typing
think of
out
a good
the
one.
smell of his fucking life right now.
I was trying to think of a good one, dude.
Your hands they were quick, your hands they were fine. A good mechanic yes, but you've run out of time.
I give him a heart attack.
God damn!
No, the carbs!
Dramatic.
Oh.
It's traumatic.
All that pasta, it clogged his arteries.
I cast heart attack at
All
the
that
mechanic.
pizza, all that
Cast
grease.
power word kill on him.
Power word kill. God
Did
damn!
you say
Brown
I
does
cast
not
heart
fuck
attack on
around.
the darkness?
I cast heart attack on the mechanic.
Give me presence and void.
Presence weird. No HP. Put that on there. Oh jeez. Come on. Oh come on.
No!
Interesting.
This is gonna be
Very
an
cool.
interesting flip.
That's fucked, dude.
Marty kills his own engine.
You pissed yourself.
Again.
You
Wait, did I have...
all right. So you specifically cast a spell that you assume that you know of as Heart Attack.
Oh Lord.
And you've never actually cast this spell before, but you definitely didn't assume it to be so literal. As you just kind of like you're just this sort of like half mechanical, half a human heart just kind of flies out of your mouth.
Oh, Mimsy.
And
Oh, fuck. I think I needed that. Oh.
it does, I mean, to your credit, it does hit him. And it
Gross.
does, and by some unholy void magic, it's still just kind of on the ground beating.
That is really disgusting.
But I will
I
say you are gonna also take 2 damage as your exposed half mechanical heart just kind of flops on the ground in front of Gerissimo.
Oh, fuck, that was... Oh, shit.
That is legitimately really disturbing. What kind of spell was that?
Oil starts, like, shooting out of my hood. dripping down my grill. Oh! Ooh, that was... Oh, Mimsy, that was a bad one. Never that one again. Oh.
There's like a really gross visual of like if you're looking at like the heart and you at the same time, there's like little like spurts of oil that come out as the heart beats somehow. It's some real it's some real void shit.
Well, I just got my oil back too. Oh, god damn it.
Jesus, Smarty. Oh dear God.
Oh, Gerissimo, could you... Oh, damn it.
This
Fuck!
fucking just Pennzoil out of everyone.
Worst fight ever.
So Nathan, you're 4 initiative, right? Yes,
Nathan.
I believe you are. Or
Freelance?
He is,
Freelance?
because
What happened?
I share with him.
What? Hello?
Just
Oh,
checking
right.
this initiative. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still
oh,
here.
then
But
both
Benson is
you,
too.
then Nathan and Benson both give me 1 card.
No, but
You gotta beat a 6.
Alright.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Whoa!
Tiebreaker?
1, 2, 3.
I guess I guess we flip another one in that case.
No, you gotta put 3 face down, and then you flip a 4th one. That's how you do it.
We're not doing that.
You never played War
You gotta beat a.
before?
All right. So they're moving before. So the team enemies is moving before the rest of the group.
Why y'all being so slow? Jesus.
I'm a fucking tree.
To be fair, you are talking to a tree and a corpse.
We're a match made in heaven.
Frankly, it's a miracle they're 4 initiative.
Yeah, we need to get Nathan and Benson a noose, if you know what I'm saying.
No,
But then we could combine them.
I don't know what you're saying.
It'd be like,
Oh my god. That's fucked up. The ultimate combination attack.
Yeah.
yeah, like.
Yo,
like
I'm on the
he's-
rope and he's swinging me around off the branch.
Yeah,
Hold on,
exactly.
Hold on.
Hold on.
You're like a sort of.
What is he cooking?
Skeletal flail.
I know what he's cooking, but it smells good.
It smells really bad. That's like 20 cards now.
That's
I'm
a lot of
scared.
cards.
I'm scared. I pee-pee myself.
Okay. So. Gerissimo kind of like seeing that the position is becoming a bit more tenuous, he's gonna crack off a shot at Marty, or at Maddie rather. But Maddie is able. Maddie just kind of like, just very quickly. You don't even really know how this works. He just kind of says like, please don't shoot me," and the bullet just kind of like ricochets off the air around him as he says that.
You got it, Maddie. You got it. The gifted gab, baby.
And all right, I feel like this is the most fair way to do this. Can everyone flip one card for me again? And I mean everyone.
Oh, fuck. I'd like to use drive.
Nah, not on this.
Fuck.
Damn.
Good job,
Damn.
Oh shit.
All right, everyone but Benson has got 2 damage incoming, as the guys on the other end of the room do the pretty standards at this point for these guys, just sort of spray and pray with their conjured, like, summoned Tommy guns.
It is dodgeable though, right?
Yeah, it's all dodgeable damage.
Alright.
As it now goes to Nathan's turn.
Nathan is going to only slightly flinch from taking more fucking gun damage, but this time it's not Suki's fault, so that's good at least.
It's called character development.
For once I was shot by someone on the other team.
Nathan is going to raise an arm and kind of lean back, trying to grab the closest one behind him. I'm assuming purple, essentially. Just grip his fucking skull as hard as he fucking can, putting his weight.
Damn!
I don't know
That's
why.
a fucking MK finisher.
I don't know why, but I imagined you grabbing both of his ears.
I definitely pictured, like, you're palming his head like a basketball.
Like, literally just trying to grab it like when we grab a fucking orange.
Yeah.
My gorilla hands.
I'll give you brawn melee for that.
Alright.
Whoa, dude.
Good start.
That's dangerous, though.
I'm gonna apply a drive to that.
You get help.
You pre-driving?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Oh yeah.
And a hero point, fuck it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I think you get one more card on this.
Yeah, did you put your help?
Your health.
That's
You're
the one
4 brawn,
card.
you're 4 brawn, 4 melee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get the so that's 8, and then the one from the drive, and then you
Mhm.
also get one for being healthy.
And I'm
So
gonna-
right now that's all. So right now that's what it would be before the hero point
Yeah.
added.
Oh fuck.
Big flips. Big flips.
I knew
Big
that flip was gonna be crazy because he
Fat
just
bitch.
burnt like 3 number cards on all the on all the contested flips.
That's 7 successes.
That's awesome.
Hey.
I just attained a weapon. That
Starts
is his
ripping
corpse.
with his head.
With that many successes, you should be intimidating the other guys for what you do.
No, yeah. So, absolutely. For 7 successes, you just sort of like. So I'm gonna describe the scene, right? There's this hail of gunfire that just sort of like. That just sort of is just like. This sort of strikes everyone around. And once it ends, you just sort of very nonchalantly turn around, just grab like just grab the closest guy, and just with the effort one would crush an egg in their hand, just like pulp this guy's head.
Oh. Out of character, that's disgusting. In character, Suki is very impressed.
Bro, you
You're in over your fucking head, cunt.
What head?
And then you gotta like turn to the other guys and you give them like a mean mug and they're just fucking pissing themselves.
No, that's when you got your wet hands out of the bathroom and you start flicking his blood at him.
Yeah, you flick. Yeah. Are the other wizards visibly scared?
Fucking ads, dude.
Hold on. So this is how many successes?
7.
7. Okay. Okay.
What's this song from, dude? I know this
Like
song.
you.
It's from Haikyuu, that volleyball anime.
As
If it
Freelance
sound-
plays volleyball with this guy's head.
It sounds so familiar, but I don't think I've seen that.
I'm not sure if you've seen any episodes of like the My Hero Academia
Yeah,
anime.
it sounds like My Hero Academia. Yeah.
Same composer.
Okay.
Makes sense.
The Haikyuu soundtrack
Yeah, that's
sounds
exactly what
extremely similar to My Hero's.
This literally sounds like a song from My Hero. Like it.
I really should watch Haikyuu. I've heard that show is great, but I haven't seen anything of it. I just know that I just know its soundtrack is a banger.
I don't think I even watched past season 3 of My Hero.
I know for sure I didn't.
So what happens?
Dude, I was
Okay.
right. Are you telling me I was right, dude? Nice.
So-
dude. Yeah.
All right. So, two of these guys are gonna two of these guys are gonna sort of depower their weapons. One is just gonna take off running, as the other one is just gonna stand there frozen in fear. And Drizimo's just kind of like,
You messed with the wrong band of brothers.
Oh,
wizard.
Drizimo. Oh, put my heart back in, and all is forgiven.
No matter what you do now, you've sealed your fate.
Oh God, please! I hope I haven't sealed my fate. Oh,
I
my
was
heart.
talking to Gerisimo,
It's inside of my body, Suki. Oh God.
so it's not quite your turn. Not your turn to make an impression to plea yet, but it is gonna go to Benson.
Alright,
Are you gonna
Oh,
help
shit.
Marty or attack someone, Benson?
I'm gonna use my terrifying presence on Gerisimo. I'm gonna walk up to him and be like, "Hey, I don't really understand why you're attacking us now, but I hope you know that we just made a deal with the Prince of Darkness himself, and he is allied with us now. So
He's our brother. Mention that part.
I'm sure he'll be more than happy to accept a new sacrifice from us. I already gave him my finger, and he seems to love that. So imagine a whole
Skeleton
person."
finger.
All right. Give me charm and intimidation.
Let's go.
What's healthy? What's...
Are you hero pointing?
I need to check how much my it is +2 to a non-damaging.
Oh wow. It really has just dawned on me, actually, how fucking broken your ult combo is.
3 successes ain't bad.
Yeah, 3 successes is more than this guy could have possibly beaten.
And you were saying that to Gerisimo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Get that Italian fucker out of here.
Oh, Gerisimo, you will be missed.
Gerisimo kind of like Gerisimo's eyes are kind of darting between you and like the remaining members of the entourage that was teleported in to assassinate you guys. And he just kind of like, I don't suppose you guys would just stay here, and I could tell Mr. Romano that you died?
Tsukigawa is going to walk up behind him. And,
Wait.
No, hold on. I have a funny visual gag. And Jurisumo's going to feel a hand on his shoulder, but it's not Tsuki's hand. It's going to be Jurisumo's hand.
Oh, that's fucked up.
And say, no.
No, that was a pretty good idea you had.
That's
Tells me we're dead.
Yeah, I tried doing that. At least to Suki.
And it didn't work.
Alright, I will say that is gonna go to Bit's turn, but that is such an amazing visual.
I do really like that.
He feels a hand and it's his own hand.
He feels a hand on his shoulder, and it's fucking you holding his hand like a fucking dog with a stick. You're just fucking placing it on his shoulder.
I like to imagine Suki is unintentionally really funny.
Okay. So, I don't suppose there's anything I can salvage from the pulped figure on the ground.
I mean, whatever's on his purse and his
The
head, you ain't
pulped
salvaging.
The pulped figure.
It's in Nathan's hands. So.
Yeah,
I mean, if you wanna search him for valuables, you can. But if you're looking for weapons, I feel like at this point I have pretty much established that they make their own using magic, and they're not actually real guns.
You can have
That's
this. You can
right,
have
yeah.
this. You can have this former just Jurisumo gun that I have.
His head. If you wanna like rummage through the pockets of his headless body, I won't stop you.
I will also double what Cynical said. Like, I don't know if Jurisumo's gun was actually conjured though.
It was.
So it disappeared.
That's why I did the visual of him conjuring a new one when his hand was cut off.
Yeah, rummage the fucking corpse in Nathan's hands pockets.
Well, I like to think at
So
this
the-
point
wait,
it's
the
now
one-
on the ground. Because
No, he's still holding it. I'm not letting him just let it go.
So
you're
what is
still
it?
holding what? His head is crushed.
He's holding the corpse. He's just like holding it by, I guess, where the head was.
You fucking adjusted your grip.
He's basically the tree. No, I'm not gonna.
There
make
was
a
a
joke
little
with that.
moment like the head like popped and like with nothing else to grab, it kind of started to slip her hand. You're just like, oh, whoops, and just started grabbing it by the shoulders. That fucking hand scene has got me so giggly now.
I'm so happy. I really wanted to get that out.
And
there, even if
it's
it
just the
didn't
two
affect
guys
anything.
left, Jurisumo and the other guy that was trying to run.
I'd assume
question mark,
Jurisumo
or
was
what?
not
It
at this point.
is so. It's 3 technically. There's
Oh yeah, the
Jurisumo-
third guy was running, right?
Yeah, there's Jurisumo, there's the one guy who passed the intimidation check that I put onto Nathan's action. And then there's the one guy who's like frozen in fear, who's still here, but for all intents and purposes, momentarily paralyzed.
You know what? I'm gonna walk up to the momentarily paralyzed guy with my gun in quotes, my intimidation gun, to try and sort of
Is it
spark
the-
that
is it the
realization that
boomstick?
maybe he should run away too.
Is it the shotgun?
Yes, the shotgun.
Yeah, you're just holding the shotgun up to this guy who's frozen in fear.
Yeah.
Like, hey, could you get out of here? And you're like, fucking like.
Yeah, I like poke him with it, and I'm like pointing with the gun to be like, yeah, just leave.
But it's adorable because you're a tiny little robot. You're holding a big shotgun.
You're just sort of motioning to the door with your gun.
Yeah.
I love this group
Give
so
me
much,
give me
guys.
presence and intimidation.
I fucking love this group so much, fellas. This is such a good campaign.
2 intimidation, +1,
you're
plus
healthy.
healthy.
Yeah, I feel like that's good.
yeah, it's a contested one. I'll let a hero point.
There we go.
Yeah, I was cutting this guy's. You sort of didn't need to do that. I was cutting this guy's normal intimidation flip in half since he's already so intimidated.
Fair enough.
Yeah, 3 fucking nails it. That's
That dude just bolts.
as you're able to sort of like point the gun like just high enough to where it kind of like enters his line of vision. And the second he sees like the barrel of a shotgun right in his face, he without a word just like scrambles out the door, like tripping over himself trying to get out of this
I love bullying the
hut.
mafia wizards. This is so fun. These guys deserve it.
And now it's gonna be Tsukigawa's turn once again.
Can I? Okay, I'm going. Should I mangle Jurissimo more, or should we let him go?
Oh, he could be
Or
useful.
should I just? Because I had
for a penny, for a pound.
All right, yeah. I want to do a brawn melee. And I'll describe it.
You don't gotta ever convince him.
Wait, did you just say I want to do a brawn melee on this guy?
Yes.
I want to describe it
That's not how
after.
this works.
I'm using my sword, so it's a broad melee. And I'm healthy.
Okay, I guess.
What the
You
fuck
were-
is
That's
this?
what you get.
You deserve that.
That's what you
Sue.
get.
Dramatic?
You brought that upon
I'm
yourself.
using 2 drive.
Oh,
that's
there
that
it
was
is.
coming.
That was
And
coming.
Well.
there
that
it
is the most fitting Joker I have seen in such a long time.
I was just gonna try and cut Jurissimo's whole like arm off. We're stepping up from hands to arms, but
I'm
that
sure
was my
that'll- I'm
intention.
sure that'll
So
go
Dingle, you
swimmingly.
go ahead and just do what you think works.
So,
And it was the arm where the other new conjured gun is, just to clarify.
I'm gonna say you sort of like you attempt this kind of like sweeping slash kind of like towards Jurissimo. And but because you're sort of because you are now so close, whatever barrier was conjured by Maddie, your sword just kind of collides with, and it just sort of like it just kind of like bounces off with such force that your sword kind of like leaves your hands and just kind of gets like stuck in the ceiling as it kind of like ricochets off of this fucking barrier that Maddie made. And Maddie just kind of looks at you just like,
See?
what?
See, this one
listen,
I know.
Listen, honestly, that one's on you. If you were close enough to hit the barrier, you were way too close to me.
My slices are always precise.
And
Oh well, that's a shame.
I'm gonna bring.
I like to imagine it had like the fucking like it has like a fucking like Looney Tunes like sound effect when it hits like the
fucking-
ceiling. Then it kind of goes like
Yeah,
it
the
just
fucking
sorta-
wiggle sound effect.
Yeah.
Despite being like a very solid metal sword, it just sort of like bounces back and forth like a spring when it gets stuck in the ceiling.
Fucking accordion noises.
Marty, it's now going to you.
my
Monty,
turn?
finish this Italian off.
Oh, I'm not even thinking about the fight anymore. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, fuck. I'm
Yeah,
like limping.
Marty's got. There's
I'm
like.
I got a little. I'm like. My
There's like
engine-
There's like a dribble of oil just sort of like coming out of your bottom lip.
I'm like leaving a trail behind me as I slowly drive towards my own beating heart. And I'm just gonna put my car's TM tongue out and
eat it.
oh, whew.
Give me. I guess that's gonna be... I think that's gonna be brawn and engineering. Just to kind of like...
I said, all right.
To sort of like reconsume your own heart in a way that heals it.
It was brawn engineering, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, baby. No, I've done this 100 times before.
You sort of like you weakly kind of wheel over, and you just kind of like in a frankly horrific sight. Just sort of like just sort of like roll out like a big fucking like cartoon, like a big thick fucking cartoon tongue that just kind of like picks up the heart and puts it back in your mouth, and then with like a big sort of like oop. But to everyone's surprise, that seems to be all it takes to put your heart back in your body.
And I say my signature catchphrase, kapow!
Fuck up.
The signature catchphrase since episode 1. Kapow!
Kapow!
That was definitely always there.
Go back every episode. He said kapow at least once.
And before Zedgen just.
I need to edit every
like,
thought.
Yeah. It's like not even like when Marty's talking, all you hear is
dude,
kapow.
You just hear random kapow.
Everybody's gonna think I'm saying like a slur or something. You keep bleeping out kapow.
What kind of anti-Italian slur is that?
Can I say
Alright,
wop on YouTube?
Probably, but it's dicey.
But it's dicey, just like the Italians.
Just like when you're dicing the meatball.
Alright,
Mamma mia.
so Marty, you can put... I'm gonna say... Just given the fact that it's a crit, I'm gonna let you go back to full health as well.
Nice. I'm feeling great. Oh, never mind, Verissimo, I'm good. Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it myself.
Why are you still talking to him like you trust him?
Jurissimo, you can see that like even in the heat of everything, Jurissimo still looks pretty visibly relieved that
Me and
that the
Verissimo, we
car
have a
is whole
different-
again.
We have a different kind of connection.
As it's actually going to go to Jurissimo's turn.
Joker, you son of a bitch.
Better be real nice, Verissimo, mister.
Oh shit. He did not Joker.
Oh no.
He's gonna kind of like turn around with his sort of like conjured gun and just goes like,
Nothing personal, kid.
That's my line.
if this is where I die, I will make sure to take at least one of you with me. As he kind of like he sort of whips around, and you've got 3 damage coming your way, Sukigawa, as just like a conjured pistol is just like in your face and firing.
Suki does get knocked back by it, but he gets up. Suki ain't no bitch.
I like to imagine that it hit your horn, which is like a lot harder to break than fucking head. Than normal head.
You know, there was a small part of me that was still somewhat doubting letting you live, Jurissimo. I'm happy to say that little sliver is now permanently gone. Work on your aim next time.
I am not afraid of you.
You should be.
And oh, you know what? This guy's still here. He's I'm gonna say. Oh well, shit. I was gonna say he's. I was gonna say he's well, okay. He's inspired enough by Gerisimo's act of courage to try and send another salvo of bullets into Nathan, but they have no effect and bounce pretty harmlessly off of the bark.
Ball Lamau.
Also, guys, please don't kill Gerisimo. I just had a great idea.
No.
No, I just had a great idea.
His head is mine, Marty.
No, I just had a great idea for a magic flip, though, dude, for a spell. Amazing one.
Alright,
let
well,
me try it at least.
Well, right now it's Nathan's turn.
Nathan is probably going to turn to the guy that tried shooting at him.
Yes.
Lol, Lamau.
Nathan, being visibly angry that this person had the audacity to shoot him twice, is basically just going to take one step towards him and try to slam the other guy's corpse right under him.
Oh my Jesus.
Fucking
Okay,
great.
we're on a melee. And you know what? I'll give you +1 because you are technically using a weapon.
Let's go.
Good drive on there. Okay.
This makes me want to do a fucking
My mouse is fucked, so it keeps fucking double click.
tavern brawler barbarian.
Right. Oh, I don't know why I don't know why I'm in such fucking gruesome form today, but all right. So you sort of like you grab this guy, and you just kind of like you sort of like whip him behind your back to kind of like get the momentum to use him as a weapon. And your hand is still so covered in fucking blood
Gore.
from crushing his head that it's gonna just it's gonna sort of slip out of your hand and head right to the fucking and head right in Maddie's direction.
Lol.
Oh no.
Which will, of course, cause it to bounce right off of his barrier directly back into you for 2 damage.
Oof. Not dodgeable, right?
Not dodgeable, no.
Okay.
Joker damage is never dodgeable.
I just want to make sure.
The other guy's kind of like looking at you with a face just kind of like, did this guy... What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
This guy's a fucking idiot.
Number 1, he tried to beat me with my friend's body, and number 2, he fucked it up.
Nature's tarred fury.
And then Benson,
Nathan needs a
your
card
turn.
handler.
What was that movie about the trees killing everybody?
Benson's gonna try to tap into some void magic and summon a bone jail to restrain Gerisimo.
He's going into the bone zone!
I want to get off Mr. Benny's wild ride.
Damn. Give me intelligence void magic.
Plus grace under pressure, please help.
Nice.
we're games.
Another Italian jail.
What
just
is
like
he
the 40s.
cooking?
So you tap into you sort of like tap into sort of your just sort of like the innate dark powers that all sort of like undead creatures have, and you conjure a giant rib cage from the bone zone
Let's go.
that just kind of like that just sort of like envelops itself around Gerisimo, and now he's basically just sort of like he's kind of just sort of like stuck in this big floating rib cage now.
Perfect.
As it goes to Bit's turn.
What do we want to do with him?
I have such a good idea to cast a spell on him, dude.
Yeah.
I have a mean fucking spell I want to cast on him. Or
Okay.
maybe it's more of a persuasion for it. I don't know. Do whatever you want, dude. I don't want to keep it from you. Man.
You know what? Yeah, I'll just try. It worked once. It can work again. I'll try the intimidation tactic.
Which one?
He just keeps pointing a useless gun at people.
Yes.
As long as no one says
who is this pointed towards?
I like it. I like it.
Jerisima.
Oh no, Jerisima was in a rib cage though.
Isn't he the only one left?
No,
Or is there-
There's one more goon.
Okay.
There's one more gooner.
You know what? I'll just.
Gross, dude. You know what? Free
I'll
action.
just shoot him.
Which one? The other guy?
We're just gonna kill him.
Yeah, the other guy.
Yeah.
You know it's not going to be around the next session. Italian.
That's right, guys. This is my last session.
Alright. So I
You
think
simply
that's gonna be just give me the better of brawn and agility and firearms.
They are the same and firearms.
They're the
Two
same.
Or I guess
brawn.
ranged. It's called ranged now, even
Yeah,
though it's
two brawn, two
exclusively
ranged.
been firearms almost.
No, through a bottle.
Oh, that's true. You did throw a bottle.
No butthead.
Shot my heart out.
Another hero point for the boys.
The
And the
boys.
A little drive for the boys. There it is.
Driving with the boys.
Drive.
Like fucking
Boys,
Tarkov, you
vroom,
just simply
vroom.
like pull back the slide. Oh, that fixes it.
Wait, what?
Shut the fuck up, man. I'm so fucking tired.
I wish Tarkov was easier to play.
I've never played Tarkov. I have no idea.
I
what's
have
going on.
autism. I can't stop.
I wish I had autism so I could not get annoyed at how
You wish you had
autistic it
autism.
is.
Wish granted, my friend.
this is the most autistic game ever for Tarkov, dude. It's impossible.
Yes.
It's like Diablo on crack, dude.
It's like, yeah, what's the
Absolutely.
worst thing about me playing Morrowind? I want to steal everything. What's the goal of Tarkov? Steal fucking everything and then try to not get shot.
Yeah, it's bad, dude.
All right.
What the
So
fuck?
you whip out your working gun, the pistol.
Yes.
Shall I bring my? I always think about shall
You
I
said-
bring my pieces?
I know you
My
meant like
pieces.
the gun. I know you meant the gun that works, but I thought of it like his working gun. Like this is the business gun.
Yeah, he has
yeah.
the business gun and the pleasure gun.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, both work.
Well, not
Shoot
literally
that
though.
bitch.
Only one.
No.
of them.
The business gun and the peacekeeper.
Yeah.
And you just kind of, sort of deliver a shot, kind of like right to the sort of like right to his abdomen. That kind of just like knocks him. That just sort of like knocks him on his ass. He's still alive, but he's sort of like the sort of like you can tell he's kind of just like he's basically just awake because of the adrenaline right now.
He's gonna be hurting so fucking bad.
As it loops back around to Tsukigawa.
I'm going to surprise this guy, and because I don't need my sword to do damage. Tsukigawa is going to he's going to try and stab Jerisimo with his Oni horns.
He's going goat. He's going goat.
Yeah, I'm going goat.
Yo, Go-Goat, my favorite Pokemon.
Holy shit.
He's using Horn Leech.
Oh.
Tsukigawa, I show job. And for 3 successes, I'm gonna say that I use both horns.
I mean,
to
I didn't
stab...
tell you what the flip was, but okay.
Oh,
You're making
I
a
thought-
lot of assumptions this session, my friend.
thought it was.
It is broad melee. but only when I say so.
How
We're all
fucking
things
Anyway.
easy with the That's crazy.
Anyway,
You gotta give him
I
the
had a
intelligence
cool thing.
biology once.
I'm going to use the 2 horns, stab Jurissimo right into both of his eyes.
Ouch.
Is
Alright,
he still
I'm gonna
alive
say-
after that?
Given, well, okay, I will say that it is going to be kind of an awkward-looking maneuver because given Jurissimo's sort of position, you're kind of like sticking your body through like the rib cage to hit him.
Oh.
But
I thought
will
his
say,
head was
yeah,
like open,
you just
like
kind
his
of.
body was like.
That's
I will
my
say, yeah. 2 horns, 2 eyes. You just fucking stab this dude's eyes out with the horns, and after like a,
The
he
meatball.
just sort of like passes out from the shock of everything he's experienced so far.
Suki's gonna turn to the other guy who is still alive, with the eyes still on his horn, dripping blood, and going, "Want to be next?"
You got 3 successes on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you're out of foes.
Well, that's a sad L for me.
Oh no, never mind. I did my math wrong. Yeah, this guy. He's like looking at the blood dripping eyes from your foot, and he just sort of like.
What?
Even though it's a conjured gun, he still makes a point of throwing it on the ground before he walks out the door.
That wasn't so hard, was it? Matty, are you alright? Suki turns to him, still blood dripping down his face. I imagine Maddie might be a little shocked, because that was like right next to him.
Maddie, hold on, let me put the. You guys are definitely out of combat now.
That was a pretty fun combat session.
That combat went very well, I thought.
I wanted to try to convince Jurissimo to live in my trunk.
You convince him to start reading Braille, bitch.
Too late now.
Yeah.
So, Maddie, sensing that the battle is done, just kind of like drops to his knees, and he's just kind of like, "Oh, this is not what I expected. How would be
chin
doing
up.
right now?"
Oh, chin up, Matty. We're only going to head to the northern forest and take on the Fae now. It should be uphill from here.
Don't tell him to go to the fucking forest. That fucking trees, mate.
Nathan, can you help me get my sword out of the roof?
Yeah. Kind of just fucking hold your fucking horses. He's just gonna stomp over to where he's kind of like right under it and kind of like offer a hand for Suki to just hop on so he can lift him up.
Oh, thank you.
I thought you were gonna pull it out.
Yeah,
No.
that's what I assumed.
Not my sword. It's not my problem.
All right, Suki, give me brawn athletics then to pull the sword out as you're sort of like elevated up by a big tree hand.
The fucking tree cherry picker.
Oh, really? That's what my crit is for?
Congratulations, you're armed again.
It does look really cool. I'd say I do a cool flip after I do it.
You do. I'm gonna. You sort of like pull it out in one swift motion, and then just sort of like twirl it in your hand a bit before very ceremoniously sheathing it back into its scabbard. It's very impressive. It's very, very flashy.
I'm so upset. That's what my crit was used on.
With that, Nathan's just gonna lower him back down like the giving tree.
Thank you, Nathan.
Yeah, kinda ain't hot.
I can't tell if you're really mad at me or if that's just a word you enjoy using.
Just fucking love it. Fucking love it, cunt.
I figured.
So
All
you
right.
guys sort of like, as you guys are kind of like taking stock of sort of the situation, You notice that your shadows that are being projected on sort of like the wall by candlelight kind of like coalesce into sort of like a sort of indistinguishable mass.
Mm.
And you guys can hear a voice in your heads just sort of go like,
Hello, brother.
I can never understand why you mortals would raise hand against one another.
Matty
Such
was in
weak,
danger.
feeble beings the division between such weak, feeble beings is what ultimately causes their place at the bottom of the proverbial food chain.
Would say it was probably fucking started when he fucking shot me, mate.
Yeah. Also, Matty was in danger. Matty, I don't know if you can see that blob of shadow on the wall, but that's our brother, the Prince of Darkness.
Matty kind of looks at me just like, oh, hey man.
I don't think you can hear him, but don't worry about it. And Suki just pats him on the back. Probably a bloody hand, like his hand's
with
bloody, but he's
Jerusalem's
just...
hand.
No, not with Jerisimo's hand. That's still on Jerisimo's shoulder. It
just
went
kept
like
that
into
as a
rigor
trinket.
mortis on his shoulder.
Could just gave that to Bit.
But no, I mean it's probably a bloody hand, but you know, pats it, you know, just politely. Well, you got to see how we fight firsthand, at least, brother.
It is clear that those who would rise against you are fools. Tell me, how do you plan? What retribution do you plan for this transgression?
You spoke about it, Dad.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know if Suki kind of bragged a bit. I don't know if you knew this, but I already sort of swore that after we kill our father, I'm going to kill the leader of the wizard mob, Anthony Romano. He runs a city called Sparkholm and its underground criminal system, which the reason we're in the swamp is because we sort of blew half of it up. So I say, we're doing a pretty good job, but I still definitely want to take his life completely after we're done with the whole father.
Nathan just mumbles at that, wiping the gore from the guy's head off on his barky thigh.
He is kind of a dickhead, if I can be honest. There's a lot of people that don't like us for some reason. I don't know why.
I have a few reasons, mate.
The weak fear the strong, and in their fear, hatred festers. Do not be surprised that those who should kowtow to you instead revile you.
I really like how a brother thinks, Suki says to the rest of the group.
Do you?
I do. As Suki is, like, picking the eyes out of his horns.
Nathan just gives him a fucking look, like, really?
Suki, you do a great job of bringing them back to their rightful place in the underworld.
All that matters is that my sword hungers for blood and flesh. Metaphorically speaking, it's not an alive sword as far as I'm aware. Could be, but I'm not sure.
Your grudges mean little to me, so long as your actions culminate in me retrieving the body of that vile man who sired me.
Of course.
But one who would dare raise his hand against me would not be treated to such leniency. And with that, your shadows kind of like reform back into actually being shadows.
I like the way he talks, but he can be just a little intense.
I'd say he's got a one-track mind. I don't think you should fucking relate to him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, can't.
So, Maddie kind of like picks himself up and dusts himself off and sort of walks over to Jerisimo, and he just goes like, he's just kind of looking at him. He's looking at him, just sort of like sitting there, eyeless and handless in the rib cage. And he just kind of like, Do you guys think he's still alive in there? I mean, he's definitely not still alive in there, right?
I mean, if he is, he's going to live a very, very troubled and disappointing and agonizing life, which I think is a fate worse than death.
Either way, he probably won't need any of his stuff anymore. I go to loot him.
Yeah.
No, I like the way he thinks.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could use his expertise.
I
I'll
don't
put
think
him
he
in my
can-
trunk.
That's what Matty usually is.
What, in the trunk?
Yeah, isn't it?
Well, he can start
There's
riding in the
space.
back seat.
All right, Matty, you've been upgraded to backseat privileges.
Maddie, who up until this point assumed that he was sort of like being stuffed in the trunk out of necessity rather than due to the hierarchy of the group.
Well, they wanted more leg room in the back. I get it.
It just says like, yeah, I mean, great to hear.
Yeah, I mean, if you're willing to give up your spot, Maddie.
Yeah.
No,
you
that's
like
all right.
rat-
No, that's all right. I mean, I should at least.
You sure? I mean, you got seniority over it.
I mean, I should at least try it out first. I should at least try out the new backseat first before I make any judgments about
By
it.
the way,
I'm
Matt-
good with
Maddie.
the backseat for now.
Always so practical, Maddie.
Matty, how did this whole start, by the way? Did he just straight up just start fighting you, or what happened? What transpired while we were gone?
Oh, I gotta go for a minute.
Well, we were just kind of sitting here for a while, and one
How
thing
long
led
were
to
we
another.
gone? Time was sort of hard to perceive in pure darkness.
I mean, you guys were only gone for like a couple of minutes, maybe like 15 minutes.
Oh, all right, fair enough. He just started talking nonsense or something about staying in the swamp, which of course is not happening.
Well, I mean, yeah, he mentioned, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he said some stuff. We just sort of talked for a while, and you can see Maddie's like looking away as he's like as he's just kind of like, and then they just kind of I don't know. He just kind of snapped, I guess.
Matty, did you say something to him? What instigated this? Matty?
Look at me, Matty.
Can you guys both give me presence and intimidation?
Oh, that is my bread and fucking butter!
Who else?
I'm gonna say you
Tsukigawa.
as well because you mentioned it.
Man, I was joking. I wasn't in character.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to drive. Just one little drivey.
Can I flip for looting Jerusalem?
Ah, fuck. Oh well.
Yeah, give me wit and investigation for looting.
Do I want to use it? Yeah, I'll use it. One here.
Fuck it, let's go. Smoke
Fuck,
the
are you
gun.
kidding me? Drive. What the fuck is this fucking
Smoke the gun.
Wow, that fucking sucks. Wow,
Alright.
your roll also sucks, Al, but at least it's not a failure.
I'm using hero point.
There you go. Yeah,
Ah,
much better roll.
fuck.
Much better
Yes,
roll.
hero
Well, I'm out.
point.
Well, okay.
Oh,
So
well.
now for the flip, Maddie's gonna make the contestant. He did not succeed.
Congratulations.
Tsukigawa,
That was
Great roll.
one
It's just-
card.
Tsukigawa is just going to. He's not trying to scare Maddie too much. Tsukigawa is just kind of naturally scary, and he's just sort of giving him a very straight face.
He's just standing there menacingly.
Maddie, avoiding direct eye contact, is just gonna be like, well, I mean, the topic of you guys wanting to kill Anthony Romano might have come up.
It did.
Fucking what, mate?
And you mentioned plans to him?
I didn't realize they were a secret. You guys kill people all the time. I figured he
Oh.
would have just assumed that was part of the course.
Oh, Matty, you're so.
He probably should have, to be fair.
He probably. Everyone should just assume I want to kill them unless said otherwise.
But then
Well, now
he
he
freaked
fucking
out
knows.
and started making some calls, and then he pulled that gun on me.
And he had 2 fucking survivors get out of here to go fucking kill him.
Yeah, now we've put the fear of God, hopefully, in Anthony Romano.
Pain
And
in the
now,
ass.
Gerissimo is free to live a horrible life as a sort of blind, without a hand, dignity ruined, penniless after Bit is done with him. He will never work on cars again. His one true passion. And we've taken that away from him.
He's an
And I
inbred
think,
knight.
and I think that is quite excellent. That is a good day.
So, I'm gonna say, Bit. For 3 successes, I'm gonna say
You find his pocket spaghetti.
this guy. I mean, he doesn't have a ton on him, but you do find probably. But you do find. But I mean, obviously, you take the most valuable thing, the thing that you've already seen. You take that fucking bottomless toolbox.
Oh,
That's
hell yeah,
good.
that's Snap-on. I can
Yeah.
pawn
We've got
this.
our own bag of holding now.
Well, it's like a bag of holding, but exclusively for various just sort of like mechanics tools.
Well, I mean,
And
we
it will
could turn.
give a +1 to engineering flips.
Well, we could use engineering tools as torture tools if needed. Where are you on the night of the 5th, Maddie?
You're
Let's
lying,
see.
Maddie.
I'm not seeing as many comments from you, freelance. I'm getting sad.
I only
like
have
your-
so many reaction images.
We'll get some more. You have a whole week to build them up.
Get to work.
Get to work!
Staring at the
Entertain
fucking
us.
Gallery of really retarded images.
Dance for me, Gesture! Dance for me! Oh no. How do you not have like a near bottomless reaction image for
I mean, I
your
do,
idea?
but it's like, how many of these are applicable and how many of these won't can you paint?
Anything's applicable if you try hard enough.
All right. So, as you guys kind of like walk out, as you guys kind of walk outside, you see the sort of like spear wielding elf guardsmen are kind of like on alert and just sort of go, "What happened in there?"
We took care of a problem. It's all done and over with now.
I fucking hate that picture so
Hey,
much.
dude,
love that
chill.
picture.
I don't understand what he has.
Looks like just a bunch of like raw meat.
If you look close enough, you can see Marty's tire in the background.
I don't understand how he's able. He's contorting his face in such an unhuman way.
It's not even that; it's the fucking greasiness of him in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, we took care of it. We'll be on our way now. We're heading to the North Forest to deal with the Fae.
They kind of like stamp their spears into the ground as you mention them. Just go, "We wish you well.
Of course.
Do not allow those foul beings to taint you with their magics."
Of course not. We're just there to go kill our father and appease the Prince of Darkness, your lord that you all worship.
That's a flex.
Then go with swiftness and go with honor.
We're trying. We got blessed, right? So that means we're just not affected by the shit in the swamp, or what was the blessing about?
We were
I'm gonna say
protected.
you guys, basically you guys don't have to fucking worry about the poison anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess we're heading north. Let's just leave. Let's get a move on.
All right.
Now that Maddie's all taken care of. Do we just leave Gerissimo there? Do we just leave him there and like...
Free sacrifice.
I mean, unless you want to take him.
Wait, wasn't he in the trunk of Marty?
Oh yeah, we put him in the trunk. We just
Oh,
we
yeah.
stuffed his unconscious body in the trunk.
Oh. Oh. Uh,
That clip, though, Freelance, that's a good clip. This apply that anytime anything has to do with Suki, by the way.
Combat has started. Yes!
Chill.
That is just Suki summed up as a video.
I will say, as you guys are walking through the swamp, you do meet up with with that friendly Sneech again, and he just kind of like rises up out of the water and just goes, "Ah, I am glad that these ones were not eaten by the strange ones."
No, the strange ones were pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. Turns out we're the brother of the Prince of Darkness, and we're just heading to the Fey Forest now.
He kind of like, not understanding, just sort of is like, interesting. Fey ones do not come to swamp often.
We'll be going to them, and Sukigawa pats the Sneech on the side of his snake leech body, just sort of like we'll be on our way sort of pat.
Ah. Well, I wish little ones luck. Be careful.
Don't worry. We're on it.
And so eventually you kind of like leave the swamp and sort of you find your
much
way
easier
back
with that blessing.
Yeah. It's kind of like, it's sort of like you're sort of have to trudge through it. It's still very kind of like thick, sort of like murky, kind of muddy waters.
But it's kind of just muddy water now at this point.
But you notice, but like even as whatever is within it is sort of like sizzling and melting, you guys kind of just like are able to sort of go through it no problem.
That was the nicest swamp village I've ever been to.
Bit nice after we left some decorations back in the tent, yeah?
I think they'll appreciate it.
Yeah, they can fucking eat it. I won't fucking care.
I could use that headless body as a sacrifice.
Use Dorissimo as a fucking sacrifice. We left him there, didn't we?
No, he's in the trunk.
He's in the trunk.
Fuck!
That was Marty's idea, so don't get mad at me.
Alright,
And I'm just gonna... There we go. Oh, there we go.
He's up my ass!
I don't know what to do. You think of a better way to symbolize that Dorissimo was here.
So eventually, after a long walk, you kind of like make it. You make it back to the village where you guys were all kind of like resurrected, and you see sort of Swamp Tilda kind of like move forward, and she's kind of like hails you guys and just goes, "Ah, Benson and his brothers."
Hello.
Did I?
You have returned. I trust
Yes.
that means you found what you I guess that means you found what you sought out within the elf lands.
We spoke with the Prince of Darkness, who is also our brother and also wants us to kill our father, so we're acquiescing and going to the Fey Forest to sort of, that was his last known that's our last known lead on him.
Yeah, we're a step closer.
Our father seemed to have dipped his genetics into way more than I initially realized.
Oh, and we killed some wizards.
Yes, and there's even one in the trunk.
There's a little bit of one left in my thigh here. Looks like.
He's
Don't
blind.
worry, we're not bringing this one back.
Yeah, don't worry. You don't have to heal him at all. We just leave him sort of agonizing in the trunk.
Ah, well, I suppose you have your reasons for what you must do.
Not really, it was Marty's idea. For the trunk.
Think of it like a trophy.
A blind, living trophy.
But come Come, you must all be exhausted. An audience with the dark is not one, even its servants usually are graced with. This calls for a celebration.
I suppose we could stop for an evening. I do a shot to the head is a bit. It'll sort of leave me a little winded.
Go to fucking Brewskin? One fucking game.
We distill our own liquor from the fruits of the swamp trees and the water of the bog. I think you may find it most enticing.
Am I finally old enough to try some?
Benson, how old are you?
Well, as long as your brothers say it's okay, I suppose I can allow it this once, Benson.
Can I?
I allow it. I allow it, Benson. You did well in that last fight. You have earned yourself a drink in revelry.
Get one up, you cunt.
I'll start glugging.
Oh, it's just out here?
I was gonna say they sort of like. Well, it's not right away, but I will say she sort of calls it the
dark swamp moonshine. This shit's gonna fuck you up.
Dark swamp moonshine.
Yo, that's crazy.
So Suki is going to challenge Nathan to a drinking contest.
Oh, no, fuck you. No, please, I'd have another Joker.
I'm counting on it.
Damn. So does that mean Nathan declines the challenge of a drinking contest?
No, I'll do it, but I'm like, this isn't going to go well.
I will say, so after a while, they kind of like prepare sort of like a big banquet in the center of town with all kinds of, I mean, quite frankly, terrible looking meat.
But does it taste good?
There's fucking sneech meat. There's like weird, like what looks like cuts of like pork or boar, but covered in like a rind of moss.
Does it taste good though?
And like sort of like as they sort of like pour from these distillery barrels, it's just like it's literally just like this sort of like pitch black grog coming out of them. But it does smell like moonshine.
Does the food taste good though? Because I like the idea of food that looks horrible but tastes good.
I'll say the texture's pretty awful, but they've prepared it with a lot of flavor.
Oh, that's surprising.
They've got fucking Cajun-style sneech.
Nathan, if you are willing, and Suki's gonna put 2 empty, like big tankards on the table. A battle of strength and willpower.
I'm gonna say that's gonna be a brawn biology from both of you to have a drinking contest.
Great. This is fantastic. Oh. I hope we both Joker. What if we...
I'm gonna apply some drive. I will joke.
Please do. Please do. I hope we both...
I mean, if you've got drive to spend, now's the time.
It's the time. You've got also 1 hero point, Nathan. Come on. You know you want to do it. Come on.
All the drive. No, yeah.
Let's do a hero point. You know, we're hero pointing. Let's fucking go.
All right.
There's no turning back once you draw that king.
I win.
Oh, get smoked.
Yeah, I'll take the L on this one because I think it's really funny.
You thought you could beat an Australian tree? Didn't get that.
Drinking, dude?
Time for a very big long neck and 20 in the way and
I don't care what you do, just make it really funny. That is all I have asked. I really like the idea
like that scene from like Lord of the Rings where it's like Legolas and the fucking dwarf like
I like the idea that Suki's like a really tough warrior but kind of a bad drinker.
I like
no, I've got the perfect thing planned for this. So Suki's
very confident as it's starting, though. I want to say Suki's confident.
I don't think you'll be disappointed if you let me finish.
Go.
If you let me continue.
Sorry. I love this. Sorry. Go ahead.
So as kind of like the festivities start, they're sort of bringing out all the food. They've got sort of like all these kinds of like dances and weird kind of like mystical kind of like void magic, almost like they're sort of conjuring shadows to sort of make this sort of incredible scene accompanying the dancers. And Suki, you grab your sort of like mug of dark swamp moonshine, as I'm gonna be calling it from now on because I love
that
the name.
name is sticking.
Time to start a brewery.
Dark swamp moonshine.
And you go, Nathan, what say you and me have a battle of constitutions? And you take your cup and you lift it before you can even respond. You take your cup, lift it to your lips, and just chug the whole thing. And just immediately, as you're finishing the cup, just fall backwards unconscious from alcohol consumption. And they're just like, well, fuck, I guess so.
I'll drink to that.
Cheers!
Well, fucking hell. All right. What another round over here?
I gotta turn off my noise suppression to make it work.
And the group enjoys a long night of the revelry with the in the swamp village, where their journey was like ripped from the jaws of certain defeat, until they have to set out on their journey to find their father in yet another unknown land. Next time on RPG.
Let's go.
Hey, we didn't blow this place up.
That's the end of the session, dude.
That was a fantastic session.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Their freaking mom was outside.
I say this every single campaign.
No.
But this fucking campaign fucking rules, bro. This campaign rules. This is such an unorthodox campaign.
It was a great session. Nathan got to drink again. Last time he did that, he started a fucking sports rad.
What are you rolling for, Brown?
He's just trying to find his face cards.
I'm just wasting the rest of my hero points and drive.
Why?
He's going hard on nothing.
You know what? I fuck with that. Too unused.
It's too much unused, dude. I had to use it.
So, interestingly enough, I don't think we had any dramatic failures this session. You guys were flipping hot. You guys were flipping hot from start to finish.
The spicy head crunch.
Although I will say, one person is getting a bonus feat from me as the DM. He's muted and deafened right now. It's a shame he can't hear it. I'll have to tell him again. That fucking hand bit cracked me up so like I was like covering my mouth at one point. That just like set me on this point where I was just kept fucking like giggling to myself, imagining this fucking like Sukigawa just like standing there, just nonchalantly placing this hand on this guy's shoulder that he just cut off. I fucking love that shit. I'm totally going to exercise my DM feed giving privilege to reward that.
Can't believe he's not here. It's almost like he's still here.
It's almost like he's still here.
So, what we need now is hero points. And let's start with Zell.
All right. Okay. I love the fucking bone jail, the rib cage that Benson summoned. That was like an awesome, awesome use of magic, I think.
Whoever mentioned Bone Zone, I want to thank you, because it's totally canon now that there is just a realm of pure bones that you can tap into with void magic.
Can you call it a realm of pure bonage, please?
A realm of pure bonage.
And I would be remiss to not give the second hero point to the fucking head pulper himself.
Yeah.
That's Florida fresh.
Sometimes a flip just happens, and you know it's gonna be hell, and you know people are, and you know, like, oh yeah, that guy's getting hella hero points.
I gotta do something. I gotta do something.
And Zedge, how about you next?
Giving one to Freelance for sure for the head crusher flip. It was incredible. And his tree strength is finally being put to use, I feel like.
I'm not in water now, thank fuck.
You're not face down in a bog.
You're not
Joker.
You're not face down in acidic mud.
Yeah.
And my second one has to go to Tsuki for the hand bit, which was just hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't post it right now because I'm updating the pin, but it reminded me of that of a fucking one of my favorite YouTube videos. This freaky ass video called "The Hand Thing."
Oh yeah,
Shane John.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah.
I had to step away.
It's so upsetting. Like the Shay St. John videos got like purged from YouTube a while back. They're so hard to find now.
Back in the day, dude. Shay, do the hand thing again.
It's all re-uploads now. They're so hard to find.
It's fucking sad. It's like one of those internet oddities I'll always miss.
I had to step away for a minute. Did we already do hero points?
You missed a fuck ton of praise being piled onto you.
Oh man!
I gave you an extra. You were away, but I said I exercised my DM privilege to give you an extra feat because of how much I was laughing at that fucking hand bit with Gerisimo.
I can rewatch it in the VOD, but thanks guys. I'm sorry. I had to help my mom with something real quick.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just disappointed that I'm just disappointed that that you missed it.
I can rewatch it. It's okay. So everyone's already done them except for me?
No.
Actually, we just finished with Zegend.
Okay. So Zal's going and then I'll go.
No, it's opposite order. We're going from bottom to top.
You're in the middle of it right now, so.
I think right now it is freelance.
Oh.
Yeah, obviously, do the hand thing again. Yeah. One for Suki for doing the hand thing. Ahoy.
Ahoy.
Ahoy. Gosh, I'm not gonna fucking stop if I get on that. My other one I'm gonna give to Marty for the fucking heart thing because that was fucking funny.
True. Yeah.
Just imagining like this big. I'm imagining it's oversized, like almost like cow fucking sized fucking car heart slapping Jerusalem in the face.
Yeah, that was fun.
And now, Cynical, it's your turn.
1, 2. I really liked Zed. I really liked Benson this session, especially with the again doing his unintentional intimidation thing, sacrificing to the Prince of Darkness and the Bone Zone jail. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
Got 8 fingers left.
Yeah, I don't want that visual. I'm okay.
Yeah, we'll have to get you
Paul
some.
Morland's out of the
I've been
bone zone.
counting. You still got 3. You still got 8 fingers, dude.
Yeah, we'll have to get him
Anyways,
some milk.
my other hero point is going to. Fuck. This is hard, but I had to give it to Zelos because I like his. Again, like the fake intimidation is just really funny. He's waving around a shotgun that isn't functional, but it's really funny. And then
one of these days, you're gonna Joker using that. I've got the situation all planned in my head.
And the
You have
fact that
Joker
like
using that
he
gun
went
for an
from
intimidation flip.
the fact that he went from let's use it again to let's just shoot this guy had me like had the visual of he had a shotgun out, but then he puts it away in like this unseen like camera space like behind his head.
I totally pictured myself still holding it with one hand, but like lowering it and just raising the pistol.
Yeah,
Fucking cowboy drop.
it's really funny. So
I do love the I love that visual especially because it proves because it should prove to anyone watching that gun doesn't work.
yeah.
And you've got the shotgun aimed at him, and you put it down and take out another gun.
But I thought it was really, but no, that was really that's a really good. Yeah, everyone was great this session though. I'm sorry, but that I had to pick and choose, but it was really good.
No, there's always too few hero points for the shit that people.
We should
pull.
all just get infinite hero points for how awesome we are.
Yeah,
TBH.
I want infinite hero points, Dingle. What's
Yeah.
wrong with you? You're a shitty DM, dude. You should be giving me.
I wouldn't
Well,
say
who
that.
do you want to
Design.
allocate? Who do you want to allocate 2 of your infinite hero points to?
Quad Joker.
You guys do have infinite hero points. You just need to give them to each other 2 at a time.
Dang, he's got us.
Well, you only live so long. But it's fucked up because I was like pretty tired this session, so I didn't like write down stuff like I normally do. So I only got 2 things written down, which I was writing down while you guys were doing hero points, and it's fucked up because it's just the exact same thing Cynical said. Zedgen for brotherly love, i.e., throwing his finger at his brother. He cares, and that's what counts. He's got a heart, and so do I, apparently.
That's so dude.
And then Zell for playing favorites, because, as Cynical pointed out, you point a shotgun at one dude that doesn't work, and he gets to run away, and the next guy you're just like, but I want to have some fun too.
No, but that's just funny. That's just a really funny visual.
This is a
Yeah, well, he should have run away when the other guy did.
Yeah, this is a
No,
self-defense
Yeah,
situation.
true. He
I'm gonna
stuck
pull out the
around too
actual gun
long,
for
dude.
this.
You had to give him a bit more. Sorry, what were you saying, freelance? My bad.
All right.
Freelance?
Yeah.
So that's that. And everyone is additionally gonna get 2 hero points from me.
Ooh.
I thought this
hero
this session went really well. I'm glad you guys are fucking with Division.
I think the
I
RP was on point.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, our characters were bouncing off each other so well this
Yeah, we were
episode.
actually role playing a bit more this time.
I'm always role playing. It's
And
everyone
also,
else.
usually quiet.
and actually, I'm giving everyone an extra feat as well because I feel like
Ooh.
making contact with another brother. I feel like I want to count that under completion of a goal.
Yeah, that's fair.
We fucking
You've gotten closer to your father. You've found out more about him. That reads completion of a goal to me.
Oh, 4 feats is an XP?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'd like to buy another mystery item, please.
All right.
Put it
I
on
owe
my
you a
tab.
bunch now. I promise they're gonna be coming.
It's 2 now again.
What's the
We're back
fucking,
up to 2. It's all
the
right.
fucking poor audio. Level up.
I'm rocking.
All right. Does anyone else want to buy anything while I'm still updating the pin?
Mm-mm.
I don't remember.
We're looking at down from Cynical's got 3, Freelance has 1, Zedgen's got 1, and Zell has 3.
Is it something I can cover next week?
3
like, full start?
XP, sorry?
XP,
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, yeah. You guys, I think that's how. I haven't been super strict on that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I know that Zedgen bought his extra like crit like
If
in between the week. So
if-
there's no rush on that.
yeah, like
It has
if
to
I
be
could do it
before
like
the
before we
next
start
session.
next week, that'll be fine. Just write it down or something so we don't forget. I'll try to keep my mind on it. This is gonna be a hard session to forget, unless you're like that guy I grabbed.
And Zell is still the anti-Joker because it was not used.
Oh yeah.
Could have anti-jokered me just slamming this guy.
I
with
was
his
so
pen.
proud that I
Fuck.
did an anti-joker this session.
Now I look stupid.
It was so good.
All right, boys. I gotta bounce. I gotta do some chores real quick. So
All right,
this was
homie.
fun. I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
week.
I'm gonna have to get something to eat.
All right, boys. I'll talk to you guys later.
I just can't
See
help
ya.
but spend that XP right when I get it.
See ya.
See ya.